Welcome, my friends, to this meditation meeting. I am Hatan. I was speaking, my friends, of the importance of meditation. It is difficult for those of your planet to fully comprehend the need and the results that may be obtained in respect to meditation. It is very difficult to understand how this simple process could bring to you everything that you desire. The peoples of your planet have believed, for the most part, of many, many centuries of their time, that knowledge is knowledge obtained through the five physical senses. My friends, the knowledge that you presently have is of absolutely no value. The knowledge that you will gain in reading or in studying or through any learning process will have only one value. That single value will be to make you aware of the need for meditation. We have said to you many times that all truth lies within. We have said to you many times that you may find this truth through the process of meditation. My friends, we cannot overemphasize this simple truth. The most educated of the peoples of your planets know nothing of truth if they have not availed themselves to it in meditation. My friends, there is no intellectual awareness of the truth of this creation. It is all something else, something much more basic. It is an awareness that transcends any ability to rationalize or to comprehend in an intellectual manner. There is no way to transmit this awareness through the senses that you possess to comprehend your illusion. The illusion that has been fabricated by the peoples of this planet is far from the truth. Any endeavor to comprehend truth through the use of any part of this illusion is totally of no value. We have attempted, speaking through channels such as this one, to make you aware of the possibility of awareness. This is all that we can do. We can instruct you on the method of achieving this awareness. We can tell you that this is what you desire, but only you, my friends, can find it. You and you alone must make the simple step of meditation of each day to arrive at the awareness that you desire. We of the Confederation of Planets in the service of the Infinite Creator are here for only one real purpose. This purpose is to aid those of our brothers and sisters upon planet Earth to find their real objective and then to aid them in reaching it. There is only one way to accomplish this objective. That way is that those of you who so desire to progress with that real objective that is within all men. Simply do so, to first availing yourself to truth in meditation, and then applying this in your daily activities. It is very difficult to become a reflection, it seems, of total perfection. My friends, this is an illusion in itself, for you are already total perfection. It is only necessary that you realize this, for the Creator of us all has created nothing but perfection. Any discrepancy of your thoughts from this is an illusion brought about by the individual. All that is necessary is that you realize your total unity with the Creator in this creation. Realize this through your daily meditation and then express it. Express it in every thought and in every deed, and you will have found precisely what you seek. It is a very simple formula, my friends, and one might ask, if this simplicity is so evident, why is it not practiced? My friends, there is only one reason for this. That reason, my friends, is that the individual, not so doing, has allowed the illusion in which he presently finds himself to become real. This supposed reality occurs only if an individual allows it. There is a very there is a very simple process, a very, very simple process which will enable you to maintain a very simple and correct tenet towards the illusion that surrounds you. As we have said many times, my friends, this process is meditation. If you find yourself influenced in your daily activities in a way other than that which would conform to the thought of your Creator, it is simply due to the insufficient meditation. We will suggest then that if you truly wish to progress at any accelerated rate, that you should perform periods of daily meditation sufficient to dissolve and maintain in this state of awareness. Maintain a constant awareness of the truth, of reality, of the creation, of the Creator. Do this through meditation. Increase your periods of meditation if necessary. Several periods daily are sometimes to be desired. If you were not seeking, my friends, we could not tell you this, for our aid must be asked for. And if you were not seeking, my friends, we could not suggest so strongly that you avail yourself to reality with continuing periods of meditation until you reflect the love and total understanding of that which created you, the Creator of us all, the total and infinite, completely pure thought of love. This has been demonstrated on your planet in the past, and yet it is not understood, and yet this reason for lack of understanding is always the same: an insufficient or total absence of meditation. We know, my friends, you have wondered as to why the Confederation of Planets wishes to serve the Creator by the means of coming to planet Earth and talking to groups such as yours. We can certainly understand how puzzling this must look, for within the density that you now enjoy, the approach would not be used due to the fact that it would not cause a certain change within the group which you intend to aid. However, my friends, you may perhaps gain some understanding of our actions if you will consider that it has been, within the history of your people, a frequent custom for those who are somewhat of an advanced nature, relatively, reaching out to aid a more primitive or less sophisticated citizen or group of people who are just on the threshold of entering the more sophisticated environment. We may add, my friends, that most of the attempts that have been made by those as missionaries, social groups sent by the government, and others, and with a very low success rate. We hope, my friends, that our basic success rate in aiding you is higher, and this is the reason that we do not come among you and attempt to force you to understand that which we are telling you. You see, my friends, you are at the beginning of a truly new age. The vibrations are being made new at this time, and those who embody within themselves the consciousness of great beings will become that which they know and that which they are. And we desire to bring each of you who is seeking into this new vibration, content to fulfill your own great destiny in the new age. We have made the step. We exist within this environment at this time, and we know of the help that what you might call a cheering team can do for you, and so we cheer you along. We urge you to, shall we say, do your technique, do your homework, so that you may be what you desire to be. These things do not happen by accident, they happen by desire. That desire must originate within you. We are attempting to stimulate the desire which is already within you. There is much joy and much beauty in constant presence of the Creator of us all, very apparent within the new vibration. The new vibration is love, as is the old vibration, and yet, my friends, the truth of love becomes a little more obvious with the higher vibrations. Through meditation, my friends, you may begin to see the heart of love in all the clumsy actions of all those who enter your atmosphere in your daily activities. There may be a great deal of difficulty. There may be misspent time and mistaken words. And yet, my friends, each action and each desire is, in truth, a manifestation of love, shadowed and twisted sometimes, for man is also a creator and can cause the shape of love to change. Yet, the heart of all action is love. Know this in your inmost self, and then you cannot be touched by that illusion which attempts to strike you. The freedom that this gives you to give forth love in its original state at all times to all people is a very precious gift. We think. This is why the Confederation is here. We are all here, many, many of us, from different planets, from different vibrations, from various densities, in many circumstances, yet we all work together. For we all have come to know the Creator, and we all wish to be of service to Him. And that alone is enough for us. We only wish to help you. We are one of many who wish to help you. We are here always, in words, if you may find a channel, and without words, if you desire our presence. We are always with you to lend our vibrations to your meditation, if you so desire. It has been a great privilege to be with you. I am so glad to have been able to share this meeting with you. I hope that our words have been of some aid to you. I leave you in His love and in His light. I am Hatan, Adone, Adone Vasu. I am now with this instrument. I am Hatan. I am sorry for the delay. These do sometimes occur. And we suggest that simple relaxation and lack of intellectual taking thought will always gradually make it possible for the new instrument to gain confidence in availing themselves of channeled information. We were speaking, my friends, of the many, many inhabitants of planet Earth whom we cannot serve at this time, for they do not wish our service. Why is this, my friends? What is it that has brought you to this meeting and has left others with no desire to seek and to know the truth? What is the great choice maker, my friends? It is not an easy concept to understand, the concept which answers these questions. However, it is an extremely simple concept. What you know of as energy or consciousness or love is extremely wider spread in its definition than you can imagine. The vibration level, which forms the density which you now enjoy, has a lower and an upper limit. There are infinite varieties of vibration within this finite vibration level. And those who are at present upon this planet are existing within many, many of these various vibrational levels. Within the lower vibratory levels, my friends, there will be an excess of certain types of energy which express themselves in aggressive and energetic action. These types of action are often seen among those very people who do not wish our aid. Gradually, one begins to use up, or shall I say, transmute some of this expression of energy, and another type of energy begins to manifest, for energy is never destroyed, as you already know. The higher levels of energy have a somewhat less physically energetic aspect, and the intellectual aspects of vibration are begun to be experienced. After a certain amount of experience within these vibrations, the energy manifest in these vibrations is used up, or shall I say, transmuted again to a higher level of energy. The catalyst for this transmutation of energy in all cases is either experienced or meditation. Experience is an extremely sure but somewhat slow moving type of catalyst. The transmutation of your vibratory level from the lower to the higher forms of vibration will be one with the movement of the unitary mind of all of those upon this planet. It is possible to speed up progress within this vibration by means of contacting the creation that is within you. And it is this that we have been attempting to guide you to. Each of you, my friends, is attracted to that which we have to give you because you have in the past managed to accumulate enough experience within this vibration that you are vibrating at the level at which your desires are attempting to satisfy themselves by moving into the higher vibrations of spiritual seeking. You have traveled far, my friends. It has been a long journey. You have an infinity of traveling to do yet, I assure you. But, my friends, the lessons are good. We are indeed sorry that we cannot be of aid to those who have not desired such aid. They will desire this aid in good time, my friends, and we, or our brothers and sisters, will be there to aid them, for this is the plan of the Creator. It has been a pleasure using this channel. I will leave you now in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. I am Hatan. I am Hatan. I am now with this instrument. When we say that we know those whom we wish to help and those whom we do not wish to help, we do not speak of knowledge in your sense, and therefore that which we say to you concerning your progress as channels is prone to misunderstanding and even error. And yet the fact remains that there is a flock, and those of you who have the calling must be shepherds to that flock. And it is true that there are those who wish to be of the flock, and that there are those who do not wish to be of the flock. And we say to each of you who is a channel, your inner eye is unclouded. It is only your outer eye which becomes confused and which sees mist and quicksand. Therefore, in your work, which is a good service, use your inner eye, for that alone will serve you as you do the will of the Creator. Before me, as we are here together, each of you sits bathed in light, and from inside each of you I have the privilege of perceiving your desire to be of service. That this fountain may run clear and sweet is our chief concern, for that which is through you is of the Creator, and each of you are His channels. What can we say to you to encourage you that you have not already heard? Does it seem to you, perhaps, my friends, that in your service you are forever to be stunted and thwarted and always misunderstood? I can think of many things to say to you, many words, many thoughts, all of which are true, all of which would be kindly and encouraging. But, my friends, for you I will share with you that which is of another level of understanding. For within service, as within all things, there are many levels of comprehension. As you desire to go forth and serve, therefore, know this, that you must be prepared to give away all that you have to give. You must be prepared to walk away and not look back, for there is nothing that you can do for your Creator but everything. It is a hard lesson, and people have always the illusion with which to part within this lesson, and they say, everything? Not everything. But, my friends, everything must belong to the Creator. This is hard, and yet, if you may realize this fact within your own thinking, your service will become such a thing as I cannot possibly describe. There is an inevitable blooming of every plant, and each tree will bear fruit in its time. The fruit of your service is a long time coming, for you have worked towards this moment for a long time to your way of thinking, and as you approach this time, you have achieved many lessons. But the final fruits come only after the fruit has been dropped from the plant which gave it life. Do not take these words in intellectual ingestion, attempting to coddle an understanding from their specific meaning. For we are speaking not of the physical, but of that which is spiritual. Do not think in terms of the visible, for service is invisible. All those things which are visible in reality are invisible, eternal, and completely without separation, for they are all one thing. They are all the Creator. Everything must be given to the Creator because the Creator is everything. This massive indifference that you find may be turned in an instant, my friends, by the service of your own thinking from a neutrality to a glorious joy. The indifference, the difficulties, the hindrances of service are part of an illusion, which is not yours to understand. For, my friends, it is not understandable. It is simply yours to experience. This service begins within your own heart, which is completely empty and open, for you have given all that you have to the Creator. And in return, my friends, the Creator has come into this empty and open place. The Creator has filled your essence with His love and His light, and you have become a true channel, able to illuminate each moment with love. Your service will come. As you desire, it shall be. You may, therefore, prepare, and having prepared, you may lie down in rest, content with the glory shining around you. There is another entity who desires to speak with this group. Therefore, I will leave this instrument at this time in order to make room for my brother. I leave you in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. I am known to you as Hatan, Adonai. I am Hatan. I greet you, my friends, in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. It is a very great privilege to once more be with this group. I am speaking through this instrument from a craft high above your house. It is a craft known to you as a flying saucer. Yes, my friends, we are here and we are very close. Yet you cannot see us. Your instruments cannot see us. The radar or other devices trying to detect are not useful in seeing us. Yet we are here. There are millions surrounding your planet, surrounding it with one purpose in mind, to bring to you understanding. Friends, this is something that we can only offer. It is necessary for a man on earth to reach out and take it, for understanding must always come from within. We cannot bring it to you and force it into you as a food. We can only stimulate your seeking through suggestion, through teachings such as we are performing now, so that you, through your own understanding, can once more find the light that is within all men throughout all of this creation. It is a very great privilege to be able to perform this service for the people of Earth, for this is the only service that is of any real importance. For my friends, everything that you seek is in the direction of this understanding, total, complete understanding of the truth and the love of your Creator, the Creator of us all. This is what men in all places and at all times are seeking. Whether they realize this or not, this is what they seek. So, my friends, tonight we will speak to you about understanding. We will speak to you about reality. We will speak to you about what we have to do. It is often said upon your planet that it is difficult to understand the meaning of life. However, my friends, it is not difficult to understand the meaning of life if you avail yourself of this understanding through meditation. This meaning will not come to you in words, my friends. You will not be able to explain it in so many sentences or paragraphs, but you will begin to understand this meaning. You will begin to obtain an awareness of it. When this awareness has reached its fullness, you will then be with your Creator, the Creator of us all, and the understanding will be as it is, and you then will once more act as Creator. For this reason, my friends, meditation is of an extreme amount of importance. For this reason, my friends, meditation is actually the only real avenue to this understanding. For this understanding cannot be given by words. It can only be reached through knowing, and this knowing can only be reached through meditation. Many upon your planet have been known as masters. Each of these men became aware of truth from the truth that was within them. Each perceived this awareness through the process of meditation. If an individual maintains his interest in things that are external, if he continues to use the intellect for analysis of each of his daily activities and from each of his confrontations as he progresses through his life, he will then be working in a very, very shallow way, with a very, very shallow objective and a very shallow opportunity to understand. It is necessary for him to avail himself of a truth that is not intellectual, a truth that cannot be explained in words, a truth that is only a feeling, a knowing, a truth that is. This may be done, my friends, through meditation. For this reason, we seek to bring an understanding of the necessity for meditation. All men in all places are taken into understanding the single truth that lies within them, the truth of the creation. For the truth of one thing is the truth of another, for all things are one and the same, impossible to separate. They have all been created by the same thought. They are all made of the same substance, and they are all related in the same way. Avail yourselves of this knowledge through meditation. Become aware of this. Become aware of it in such a way that it is the knowing within you that is not an intellectual knowing, but a knowing that transcends everything that you could think or do, a knowing that is. A knowing that is the love, the infinite wisdom of the Creator of us all. This is only available to you, my friends, through meditation. You cannot spell it out. You cannot set it down on paper. You cannot express it in words. For all of these things fall very short of this understanding. This understanding, my friends, is infinite. It is total wisdom, total love. It is within you when you learn to express it in every thought, in every deed, in every move, in every breath. Regardless of what you do, regardless of what confronts you. When you are expressing this understanding, you are then at one with the truth, at one as you were meant to be as a result of the original thought, the thought of your Creator, the thought of our Creator. Reach this understanding. Reach it through meditation. In reaching this understanding, you will reach the only joy that there is, a joy that is so profound, so total, so far-reaching that you will not be able to express it. You will only experience it, and then you will know it. This knowledge, my friends, is what you seek. It is available quite easily. All that is necessary is that you reach out. Reach out by going within to all there is, for this is the direction to the infinite, infinite wisdom that is yours and your Creator's. It has been a very great privilege speaking to you through this instrument. I will leave this instrument at this time to allow another of my brothers to speak through one of the other instruments. I am Hatan. It has been a very great privilege to speak with you. Adonai, Adonai Vasu. Praise be our one infinite Creator. We thank you, one infinite Creator, for your love. We thank you, one infinite Creator, for your light. All is one. Greetings, my sisters and brothers in the love and in the light. I am Robert. I welcome to share with you my personal recordings for studying the Law of One. I read from the manuscripts of L.L. Research. Today I wish to share with you Thursday Meditation, October 31st, 1974. I am Hatan. I greet you, my friends, in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. It is a great privilege to be with you, my friends, a very great privilege. The reason that I say that it is a great privilege, my friends, is that we are here for only one purpose. Our purpose is to contact those peoples of your planet who desire our contact. This is the sole reason at this time for us being here. We have come with a specific objective in mind. We have come to be of service to those upon your planet who desire knowledge, so that they may put this knowledge to use while still within the physical illusion that you now experience. It is a very great privilege to do this, to give the service to those who desire it. It is very important, my friends, that you realize your true objective and the means for fulfilling this objective while still within the physical illusion. The reason for the importance is as follows. Man goes through many experiences, some of them physical, many more of a different nature than what you presently consider physical. Within the physical illusion, she is isolated, you might say, from much of this knowledge. He is left with an intellect that is the product of his experiences within only that single illusion, and emotional biases that are the products of all his experience. Why do you think such a condition manifests? Why do you think that you find yourself in this condition? The reason, my friends, is first of all, you have desired this situation, and secondly, having desired it, you have carried out what was necessary to bring yourself into this illusion. Now, my friends, the reason for this excursion, you might say, from a much more delightful environment into one of severe limitation, the one in which you now find yourselves. The reason for this excursion, my friends, is for the purpose of realization. It is difficult for many of your peoples to understand why it is necessary for such an experience to take place, to reach an awareness that seemingly should be reachable any place at any time. My friends, it is within reach any place at any time, but it is also very difficult to test the total understanding of this realization in any experience. It is most easily tested in the experience in which you now find yourselves. This testing each day, this testing each moment of time is automatic, for it is simply your reaction to each experience that is sensed. Each of you has had reactions to experience that were reactions that you now see as foolish. If one is to reach the goal that he or she desires during the experience, it is necessary that he or she adjust his or her thinking so that this automatic reaction to any experience is always a reaction of love and understanding. This was demonstrated to you by the master known to you as Jesus. He set an example of reaction to experience. If there is doubt within the minds of any individuals as to how they should react to any experience, it has already been set down for you by the man known as Jesus. This man was demonstrating how to react. These reactions were not the product of his analysis or intellect. They were automatic reactions based upon a realization that he had accomplished within the same physical illusion that you now experience. Because of the consequence of individual experiences within the present illusion, it is a much better test than a less dense illusion. The consequences within the illusion that you now enjoy are seemingly of relatively great magnitude. All of this is for the purpose of testing your ability to express love and understanding. Each of the experiences, regardless of how they seem, are simply illusionary tests, operating upon you directly to produce an opportunity for you to display your understanding of love. This is the only reason for the illusion which you now experience, my friends. If this is the only reason for this illusion, it should be obvious that once an individual is aware of this, that he or she spend his or her time in learning to react to each experience with only an expression of love and understanding. Many of the people of your planet, in fact, most of the peoples on your planet, have no conscious knowledge of what I have just given you. Therefore, they go about experiencing the activity within their illusion and reacting in a manner that is not consciously directed by their understanding. They nevertheless learn from the activities and experiences of the illusion, but the process of learning is much extended over the process of the individual who is consciously aware of what he or she is doing. We are here at this time to aid those of the people of Earth who wish aid in understanding consciously what they are attempting to do. Many people who continue throughout a total experience within the physical with no conscious knowledge of the real purpose of that experience waste that entire experience and make no progress whatsoever. The progress upon planet Earth has been extremely slow for many, many of the peoples who are on the planet Earth. This slowness of progress has been unfortunate. There have been ample communications of the objective that they desire in reality. However, due to unfortunate circumstances, a very large number of them have never become aware of their true objective while in the physical. For this reason, they have required repeated experiences in the physical and will require in the future repeated experiences to make the simple step from reacting to experience blindly and, shall we say, without suitable expression of love and understanding, to a future goal which is exactly the opposite. My friends, what we are telling you at this time is the only important thing that you need to know. We can tell you of many wondrous things, but what good is it to be told these things if they are not within your ability to experience? We are telling you simply how to achieve the ability to experience all of the wondrous things that you might wish to know. To do this is very simple. It is simply to express love and understanding, regardless of the experience that confronts you. All that confronts you is illusion. Everything. This is very clear to us. It is not always clear to you. It is not clear to you because the illusion in which you find yourself is a very, very good illusion, a very satisfactory illusion, a very efficient illusion. It is accomplishing exactly what you wish for it to accomplish. It is accomplishing a deception. It is putting before you continual tests of your ability to express our Creator's love. Why should you have to be continually tested, my friends? Why should you continually go through these experiences? You have chosen to do this. The reason for this, my friends, is that you wish to accelerate rapidly the progress of your spiritual understanding. Realize in meditation the truth of what I say, and then realize in meditation the way to implement your desires, to bring them quickly into reality. Do not make the mistake of so many of those who have gained some intellectual knowledge of their true desires. Do not make the mistake of assuming that the simple intellectual knowledge of these desires is of any real benefit. It is not, my friends. The only thing that is of real benefit is if you are able to express with no reservation the love and understanding of your Creator. This is what the entire game is about, and it is a game, my friends, especially from our point of view. You have chosen to be participants in a game within an illusion that is bounded by a narrow layer upon the surface of a small planet in an infinite amount of space. Consciousness is evolving throughout all of the creation. And so is your particular place in the creation. It is evolving. You are experiencing personal evolution. If you can maintain at all times an awareness of reality, and therefore an awareness of the game in which you find yourselves, you may do precisely what you have set out to do. Lift yourself a very great degree in spiritual understanding. This is what we are all attempting to do. This is our only objective. Anything else is simply a part of a game, and there are many, many games in this creation, my friends, at many levels. Each of these are played with different sets of rules, but they all have the same goal, the goal of understanding, the goal of arriving at the ability to express love that is the Creator's. This, my friends, then is the activity of all consciousness throughout all space. It is hard to believe that there are so many activities going on as they are, but they are infinite, each at its own level of awareness, each seeking to go farther, to become more aware, to return to the infinite knowledge of the Creator. Each is involved in what we might term a game. We say this, my friends, not to make fun of the process, but to recognize its position within reality. We find ourselves within an illusion, a different illusion than your own. We are playing a game, my friends, a game with different rules, but yet it is a different part of the entire enterprise. It is the part that is adjacent to your part. We can call it a game, my friends, because we must contact you in this manner. We must communicate using, at all times, techniques which allow you to accept or reject our communications. For this reason, we compare our activities to a game, for we too are operating within certain rules. And yet we too are attempting to rise, to understand more, to become more aware. We are attempting to do this at this time through the process of service. A process of service which will produce for you the evolution which you desire. You may do the same thing at a different level. You may do the same as we. Having gained certain understanding, you may pass on, within your illusion, understanding, especially if you understand the rules of the game. For many of your people within your illusion have attempted to pass on their understanding with no understanding of the rules of the game that they are experiencing. For this reason, much of what they have attempted to give to those around them has been misunderstood or rejected. For they have attempted to serve in a way that was with limitation with respect to understanding. All of this understanding in an intellectual sense, my friends, is of little value unless you augment this understanding with real knowledge through the process of meditation. This is the only way that you can totally encompass in your thinking and in your emotional biases the realities that are permanent, realities that are not a product of the game. Man upon earth at this time is very, very involved, for the most part, within his illusion. There is warfare and plans for warfare. There are political ideas. There are thousands and thousands of objectives and ideas that are totally involved with the game, having no objective outside, no objective in reality. All of these ideas, all of these objectives, all of these activities, whether it be within your political systems, within your business, within your government or military structures, whether it be in any myriad of activities carried on upon your planet's surface, this makes no difference. If the individual immersed in these activities has no realization of their real value, then their real value is nothing. Simply nothing. If that individual has no understanding of this, then he is not making the use that he should of his existence within this illusion. We are afraid at this time that almost all of the peoples of your planet are so oriented. This is not to say that many of them are not of a high spiritual nature. This is simply to say that they have not made the transition that identifies what they are doing, that identifies the objective that they really seek. We are hoping to help many of the peoples of this planet make that transition while they are in the physical. This must be done at some time or another. This is a very important step in the advancement of spirit. We have said that it is necessary to realize this while in the physical. This, my friends, is a very important step. The more depth within you that this realization reaches, the more benefit you will achieve from it. This, of course, may be done through the process of meditation. Do not let the illusion that meets you with each dawning day be too much of an illusion, my friends. Recognize it for what it really is, and then recognize each day what your objective is, and you will make full use of the illusion. It has been a very great privilege to speak with you this evening. I am Hatan. I shall now allow my brother to speak through the other instrument. It has been a very great privilege. Adone Vasu. I am Axel. I greet you in the love and light. I am glad to be using this instrument. She is not used to our contact. However, we are eager to use this instrument, and if you will be patient, we will spend a brief period working with this contact. I am anxious to tell you how glad I am to be with my brothers and sisters at this time. I have been with you through the communication from my brothers and sisters of Hatan. I had only one thought, and this one is an obvious one, and yet it is well to remind those who desire understanding of this thought. My friends, to give love, to emit a vibration of understanding, is to form a consciousness which is not an illusion, but what one may call a reality. Although as an ultimate form, one could not call it a reality, but one may call it a reality to express love compared to the illusion as you understand it. And how does one express love? And how does one express understanding? And how is it possible to express these things at all times? What I wish to tell you, my friends, is that it is impossible to express these things if you are attempting to relate to the illusion. It is impossible, my friends, to react with love and understanding if you are dealing with the imperfect, foolish, and sometimes ridiculous people that you will encounter in your daily life. Of course, it is impossible, my friends. The illusion is designed so that it is possible to act correctly only with knowledge. It is only possible to express love when you begin to have an awareness of the Creator. My friends, each person may seem to be a human entity, yet he or she is the Creator. Each natural object, each manufactured object, the very air around you, my friends, has a consciousness which is the Creator. You yourself, the originating agency of this love which you wish to express, you are the Creator. If you can remember that the one known as Jesus saw each individual entity as part of the Father, then, my friends, you will be able to better express the love of the Creator. Those who have need of you, those whom you need, are liars. There is no need, except for the Creator. To understand this is to free oneself from the illusion. I have offered these thoughts to you, for in my experience they are helpful. As my brother has said, we have experienced the density which you enjoy. If we were to discover that we needed the gross corrections that you yourselves pursue, we would re-immerse ourselves within it. Within our own density, we are seeking to make corrections in our understanding, and yet we may compare the two densities to two problems of which you may have intellectual knowledge. One is the problem, shall we say, of tuning in a channel. You are now attempting to discover the correct channel. This is the reason for experience. We have this correction, and yet there are finer corrections, which you would understand as the controls on a television for the clarity of the picture. The difference between these examples and the two densities, my friends, is that with changes in density, as the corrections become finer, the differences obtained become more profound. We look forward to many, many densities beyond our own that are far finer than our own. Yet we are content to be learning within our own, and we wish very much to aid you with yours. It has truly been a pleasure to use this instrument and to speak with you. I am known as Oxel Adone. I am Hatan. Greetings, my friends, in the love and the light of our infinite Creator. I identify myself to you by using the name Hatan. I wish to emphasize, though, that this is only a means of identification which we have chosen to use through these communications. In reality, the name Hatan would be considered the identity of what you would call the planet from which we come. Upon our planet, or shall I say within our realm, the people, which number greatly, have united in consciousness and are desirous of one thing. And that one thing, my friends, is to know the Creator and to be instruments of His love. And through this desire, we have come to serve the people on your planet. So we of Hatan, being of one mind, have heeded the cause of the peoples upon your planet, for there are many who are subconsciously pleading for assistance. We have come for this purpose, to assist in whatever way we may at this time. We of the Confederation of Planets in the service to the Infinite Creator consist of a large number of what you would call planets. We come from many areas of the universe, yet we are all united. We are all one in reality, and in speaking of this oneness, we will emphasize also that you yourselves are as important to the concept of oneness as is, or shall I say, as are all of these. For my friends, if you exclude but one member, but one unit, within this vast creation, then you do not realize the concept of oneness. One, as you understand it, means a unit without any extension. But one, as we understand it, is a unit of infinity. My friends, as you understand infinity, there is no end or beginning. And if there are no ends or no beginnings to the concert of one or infinity, what else could it be called but a unit? One unit of infinite experience, which contains all things, all knowledge, all beings within the universe. Oneness, my friends, is indeed not limited. Oneness is all things. Within one, all things are found. Within yourself, my friends, the true identity of the concept of one has been implanted by our Creator. Within each being on your planet and throughout the creation, there is the concept of one. There is its knowledge and understanding. Within you lie the answers to all problems. Within you lie the experiences of all other beings. For once you realize and are totally aware of the oneness of the entire universe, then you cannot separate the experiences of your brothers and sisters from the experiences of yourselves. You shall not realize self-identity as you do now, for self-identity, my friends, is something which you have adopted for a short period of time while existing within the physical realm. It has been adopted by you so that you may learn, and within the physical realm, the lesson you must learn is love. And love is one, and love is all. I love you. 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 Our purpose is simple, as is our desire. We of the Confederation wish to serve the people upon planet Earth and nothing else. We have no more motive other than to increase your own knowledge and understanding by sharing with you our knowledge and understanding. For in service to another, inevitably you are serving yourself. For as many philosophies upon your planet have stated, the universe and all that is in it are one being, and no more, with each being and each particle within its being exactly that, one particle within a whole, all united within consciousness and spirit. And through this unification comes about the undeniable fact that service to one is service to all, and to oneself. You, my friends, are the Creator, and the gods which are spoken of in the Scriptures, as is everyone and everything within this universe. Accept separations within your consciousness, and they shall exist temporarily for you, but deny them, my friends. And the ones which you have been accepting for so long shall begin to fade from your awareness, and you shall begin to awaken to the true concept of oneness. And you shall begin to know the truth that there are no separations. We of the Confederation are beings as yourself, with no greater capabilities than what you possess. The only difference between ourselves and those within this room is that we, through our own efforts and mostly through the use of meditation, have broadened our awareness and experience beyond that which you have done. We dwell in a dimension, if you wish to call it that, which does not contain physical reality as you know it. In our domain, spirituality and spiritual awareness overwhelm all existence. If you are not within the harmony of the laws of creation, then you are not able to exist within our domain. Within our domain, there is not that which you consider to be negative. All that there is love and light, love being the physical manifestation of all things. Love is all things. The Creator is love, and He resides within you. Each time that you express your love, you have created. And each time you pass up a chance to show love, you have also passed up your chance to develop your birthright of being a creator. My friends, what you do not understand is that you are not limited. You have been taught that there is a supreme being, but you have been taught to accept this being as one who is not within you. You have been taught to accept this being as being, in actuality, a physical being of supreme nature. This is a falsity, in a sense, for all beings are physical beings of a supreme nature. For from the Supreme Being we have come, and within him shall we reside, and within us also shall he reside. If you could but only once see with your eyes the creation as it truly is meant to be, it is, as it truly is, you would see nothing, my friends, but light. You would not see entities or objects. You would only see particles of light dashing in front of you. For this is reality, is all existence. We are the particles which constitute and create the Creator. And in turn, we have been created by the Creator. Without you, without each individual, the Creator could not exist. And without the Creator, all things could not exist. All things are interdependent, and all things are one supreme being. I shall transfer this contact at this time. I am Hatan. I am with this instrument. I am Hatan. As many times as we have gone over these concepts, we find that it is not clear within any of your minds just what the relationship is between you and the Creator. Somehow it seems to your conscious mind that to say that you are the Creator cannot get along without you are gods, etc., is somewhat laughable and even, shall we say, egocentric. And my friends, if we were saying these things to you at the level at which these words unfortunately speak, indeed it would be terribly incorrect information. We ask that you attempt to relax your mind, remove yourself from the tightness of your everyday thinking, and begin to see that you are very close to yourself and very far from the nearest star, so that you seem to be much larger than the star. It is a matter of perspective. In reality, the star is majestic, magnificent, enormous entity compared to you. And if you are one with the star, then the star is one with you, and neither complete without the other. It is no more than the understanding which is recorded in your holy works, where it is written that sparrows, which are two for a penny, never fall without the Creator knowing that they have fallen. All things, large and small, lie within the Creator, for they lie within the creation. We do not know what the Creator is. We do not know his nature. We do not know his actions, his purpose, his intentions. The Creator is infinite, invisible. This we know, for this he has shown to us again and again, that he created us in a vibration of pure love, and that he considers all of us as himself. And so we tell you this, not knowing the ultimate reason, only knowing that's reason enough for our infinite existence as entities within a loving creation exists and may be told to all. We come to give you a message of love. We come to tell you that you are God's, not because you are so wonderful, but because the Creator is wonderful, and the Creator is within you. Stand away from your personality and see if you can find that faraway sun within you, that star shining in the darkness and depths of your soul. There shines the Creator, in some cases terribly distant, yet always there and always shining. All you need do, my friends, is look up. Within yourself, begin to seek for that star. The Creator is within you, and the Creator will work through you. And so you may say, my friends, the Creator is you. For all practical purposes, my friends, you may cause your life to become a channel through which the Creator may live and move. In many cases, it may seem as though this human personality of yours may never get, shall we say, the hang of showing the Creator's love to others. It may seem that the possibilities of the situations which you are in are very, very limited for showing love. But I say to you that it is truly written that the place whereon you are standing is holy ground. You do not need to put yourself into a situation which may seem outwardly spiritual in order to be in a spiritual situation. For, my friends, the universe is a spiritual universe, and what you are going through is an illusion called the physical existence. Spirituality, as it is called, may often seem to be a joke. One cannot be spiritual in a church and walk away from the church and become non-spiritual. This, may I say, my friends, makes no sense at all. For one is spirit, and one carries the spirit within the temple of her body. Into and out of church, into and out of every situation. When the situation seems difficult, wait for a moment for the realization to come to you that in you is a spirit, and within that spirit is enough love to carry you through that situation so that you may show the love of the Creator. I will close through another channel. I am Hatan. I am Hatan. I am now with this instrument. I would at this time like to say just a few words more. My friends, in order to take advantage of the creation, which, as I have stated, is within each of you, it is not something that is always available to you unless practiced. You will find, my friends, that when used continuously through your existence, it is always available. But, my friends, you also know, due to the illusion which is now taking place, it is hard to see at times. Continue with your meditations and never give up hope, for, my friends, you are part of the Creator. This you will realize more each day, and it is true, my friends. In the creation, there can be no sorrow. I will leave you at this time in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. I am Hatan. Adonai. Adonai. I love you. I am Hatan. Greetings, my friends, in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. It is very pleasing to be able to speak with all present this evening. We are grateful to meet so many new members. I should state at this time that I and all with whom I am working consider ourselves to be brothers. We are unified in our purpose and in our thought, and many would immediately ask of our purpose. My friends, our purpose is to love and serve the people of planet Earth and throughout the Creator's infinite universe. We of the Confederation of Planets in service to the infinite Creator have come to Earth at this time to offer whatever assistance we may be able to render, and presently we are limited to this assistance in a form you are experiencing now. We are communicating through instruments such as this one, speaking to mass numbers of inhabitants upon your planet. The words which we speak are offered with love and as guidance, intellectual guidance along the pathway of enlightenment. Yet we stress, my friends, that the intellect is only a minor tool in your development. My friends, you know as well as all other people that possess an intellect that your intellectual capacities are quite limited. There are many things which you have accepted as truth that are unexplainable through your intellectual process. Uncomprehensible yet true, my friends. Truth is greater in capacity, or should I say, in size, than what the intellect is capable of perceiving. Truth is infinite, and all things within the creation are unlimited, as is your experience, and as is your knowledge. For your knowledge truly lies within the core of your being, within the oneness of the Creator within. His presence within you. My friends, your journey throughout this universe and throughout this creation is one of cycles which never end, which are constantly expanding in knowledge and experience. Upon your pathway, you shall encounter many circumstances through which you may learn, and your present encounter upon the planet Earth is one of very great importance in the scheme of your progression. My friends, man upon planet Earth presently stands upon the threshold of unlimited knowledge, unlimited love. Unlimited, my friends, infinite, never ending. It is your birthright to know these truths. Yet there is only one way to truly comprehend and to truly be enlightened. And as you may well be aware, that way is through the practice of meditation. My friends, we have told you that the truths, the unlimited and infinite truths, lie beyond the capacities of your intellect. Therefore, in order to explore these truths, to learn and know of these truths, you must go beyond the intellect. Allow it to still itself, allow it to rest, and let the spiritual intellect begin to avail its information to you. You may not hear words, my friends, but you shall hear truth and love. In your moments of silence, you shall hear the universe speaking through the lips of the Creator the truths of infinity and love. I shall transfer this communication. I am Hatan. I am Hatan. Again, I greet you in the love and light of the infinite Creator, my friends. Although I stress to you the necessity for meditation seemingly consistently, I do not stress it enough. But still, my friends, we do not want to force this upon you. The decision is yours, and either way that you decide will be the path that you have chosen. We know in our experience of no other way for a somewhat speedy path, shall we say, than meditation. But the choice is yours. We are aware of some questions in your minds, and you may have noticed some of them have already been answered. My friends, although the idea of our presence may seem rather uncommon at this time, we say to you that we have been with you for a very long time. If any of you desire our thoughts or our presence, at the moment that you desire it, we are with you. We can only help you if you desire it, for that is our way. We leave the free will of each person in creation alone. For you see, through your own desire can be the only way we may assist you. But it is our sincere desire to be able to be with you. We consider it a great honor to be of assistance. We are with you, my friends. At this time, I will transfer this contact to another instrument. I am Hatan. I am now with this instrument. I am Hatan. And I greet you once again in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. As we speak to you about meditation as a method of furthering your interests within this life, we wish to stop for a moment and take advantage of your experiences at this particular time. We ask that you consider your environment at this particular time, the darkness and the chill of winter. How many hours have been spent in darkness and cold? Think, my friends, of the time. Think, my friends, of the true nature of that which is unfolding within one of your religious systems of beliefs. There is a story that is told that is a true story. The story is of a child born in the darkest winter, poor, cold, and hungry, the child that grew to be the master whom you know as Jesus. My friends, each of you is waiting to be born. Each of you is in the dark, in the cold, for it is within the darkness and the chill that all things come together to be born. It is the nurturing, saving darkness, and the chill is necessary. And with meditation, my friends, you nurture and comfort that soul within you as it struggles towards its spiritual birth. There has been within your history, we are aware, much misunderstanding as to the reason for the mother of the one known as Jesus being called a virgin. You must realize that it is to indicate to all that the Spirit is not of man, but of the Creator. Each of you is of the Creator. Each of you is waiting to be born. Nurture that within yourself, no matter that the environment may seem less than perfect. It surely cannot be more imperfect than a cold, cold stable and a stall and animals for companions. The realities are of the Creator, my friends. We greet you always in love and in light. Love moves in the darkness, and its energy brings forth the light. Each of you is formed in perfect love. Each of you shines with perfect light, my friends. But there are many, many colors. How many colors can you think of? Perhaps the number is infinite, for there are shades and gradations within each color that go on and on. And each one is distinguishable from the next, and yet, in reality, each is a part of the white light. So are you, my friends, and all that you meet are other portions of the same light, formed in perfect love also. How hard it is to see the perfection of the Creator in each person, for each person is a different shade, and some shades seem to clash with yours. But all are forms of white light. All are one with you, and you with them. Why are you here? We may say, to find out why you are here. For the Creator itself knows itself, and the desire that caused you is a desire to realize selfhood. The Creator is waiting to be known as the Father. He waits within you and can be found through meditation. Your patience, please. We are having some difficulty with this instrument. I am Hatan. I will attempt to say one more thing through this instrument before I leave her. I am aware that there are questions. I would like to answer one of a more general type, and that is simply to say that there are within the Confederation of Planets, in the service of the Infinite Creator, many different types of entities. There are some, not many, but some who are actually of the same physical, as you would call it, plane or reality as you are. There are many more who are as we, in that we are able to assume the vibrations of your world and appear as, shall we say, physical objects. However, we are also able to adjust our vibrations to what you would call the astral plane of existence, so that we are moving within another continuum, and we are invisible to you, although very much with you. There are also many within the Confederation of Planets who are totally on this level, or on a higher level of vibration. Yet all of us are here with one hope only, and that is to be of service to you. There are many levels of vibration upon planet Earth, and in each of them there is the same confusion. We are helping on the physical, and others help within the worlds which interpenetrate the physical. All are earth, and were you not to be here in the physical, but by reason of what you call death have passed into one of the other planes, you would also be aware of our presence. Our presence, we genuinely hope, is of support and love. We come to tell you that there is no end to the Creator, as far as we know, and we have been somewhat further than you. We come to reach a hand out, for those before us have done it for us, and so we do it for you. And one more thing, my friends. We do this because at the level of understanding which we have reached, we find we cannot progress further except by service to others. For within our universe, the law which is in your universe called the Golden Rule has become completely and totally obvious, so that what we give determines immediately and completely what we get. We cannot receive further knowledge unless we give freely of what we have now. Therefore, it is to our advantage and for our progress that we are here. I would like to transfer one last time to another channel. I am Hatan. I am Hatan. I am now with this instrument. I will say but a few words through this instrument, and that is, my friends, that all that was created by the infinite Creator is what is known to you as love. Now, my friends, due to ties that you have evolved upon your planet, this concept is seemingly sought by those of your planet. My friends, through living out your existence, surrounded in love, you may say that you protect yourself from all that you do not wish to experience. For, my friends, there is nothing stronger than love. But, my friends, it is not something to hold on to. For, my friends, you do not evolve by holding on. We ask you to meditate daily. Surround yourself in this love. To all that you come in contact with, my friends, it is an existence that we have experienced for some time. And, my friends, I can honestly state that the happiness we experience cannot even be imagined by you. This is, as we said, your birthright. We wish to share this with you, and this is the message that we have for you this evening. It has been an extremely great honor to share in this meditation with you. I leave you in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator, Adonai.